Hi folks, hope you're well. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be tying a green Highlander in the Flamethrower style. So this is breaking new ground. I've tied a couple of green Highlanders, but I've not tied it in this style before. So let's see how we get on. So in the hook we've got Osprey size 8, which is very similar to the Partridge Patriot 10. And we're going to be starting with some Uni 80 in Chartreuse. So get a couple of wraps in. So there's 5 to get us going. Snip that away. And then we're going to grab a piece of silver wire. So this is the French 25. I'm just going to catch this on the top. The upside to having a double hook. Nice flat surface on the top. Famous last words. And then run this down to basically almost in line with the barbs on this double. Okay, good stuff. Looking for 4 turns roughly. This one. Then on that 4th turn up and in between, which is fine, locking this in. Use your nail if you need to just nudge that last turn up against the rest of it. Then come all the way up the shank. Locking your tag in, and then you can fold this back. And then on the way back down, I'm going to catch in, it's a piece of Uni Mylar in Pearl. It's the number 10, so it's quite big, probably equivalent to a large. So just catch this in at that point and run this down. Again, the upside to using this thread colour is it keeps everything nice and light. Nice and flush up against that tag. And then come just short of halfway up, about there. Bit of cutting adjustment so you can see what I'm doing. It's not usually sunny in Scotland. And then you want to bring this up and round nice and flush against the tag. Get your overlapping turns in. One more. Then come up and secure that in. And then you can cut that away. Okay, good stuff. Now at this point, you're going to bring your wire up, get a good couple of turns in, probably 3 I would say. So there's 1, 2, 3. Just going to come back a little bit at this point, just to get that 3rd turn to sit where I want it to. You can tie this wire forward a bit. You can bend and break this away. and hopefully not have your vise bouncing everywhere. I'm going to tighten this up a little bit. Okay folks, get some wax on the thread. Up next we are going to tie in, so this is a whiting freshwater streamer series badger chartreuse. There's a lot going on in there. Put the picture up. So keep the stem quite long if you can. Just helps secure this in that little bit better, and run this up effectively to where you've finished with your mylar, and come forward a little bit. So this is building that flamethrower style. Come in with a hackle plier. You don't need tons at this point, so I'm just going to come in with a turn. Probably come in with a second turn just in front. And then just catch this in here. And then come in, nice sharp pair of scissors, chop that away. Stroke back in that needs to come back, and then you can just tie in if you've left any sort of little tag ends. That looks okay, and that'll sit back nicely once we add in the other fibres that have got to come. Okay, good stuff. So we're going to come back in at this point with silver wire. So just catch this on the underside and run this nice and flush up against where you finished with your first hackle. Okay, that's looking alright. And then we're going to add in, well, on any green Highlander, you probably want to get some green Highlander stuff in there, so we're going to add in some green Highlander seals for dubbing. I think that's a substitute, but nice and thin. This does not need to be heavy at all. Then when you're happy, come in and stroke it back. And at this point, come up again with your wire and get at least 2 turns at this point. Probably pushing into a 3rd turn depending on how you've tied this. Then secure that in nice and tight. You can come in and bend and break that away. Okay, that's looking alright. I'm actually going to come in with the faithful dubbing brush and just lift some of that dubbing out. We're moving over to adding in some bucktail at this stage. So we've got a mixture here of yellow, green Highlander and Chartreuse. I would say probably 50% yellow, and then 25% of the other two. And basically what I've done is I've just lined these up by eye. You can stack them if you want. Come in with a good couple of turns and get that fastened in nice and tight down. So at this stage I'm also going to add in a little bit of super glue just to get a bit of security on this. Then come in with another 2 turns just to lock that in. Okay, now at this point we're going to add in some flash into the wing. So we've got some crystal flash here. Just going to come in same sort of length as the bucktail. Come over with a turn. Second turn. Fold it back. And that will be it locked in. You can chop away your waste ends. Okay, good stuff. Now what I'm going to do at this point is I'm actually going to switch threads. So I'm going to come in with a black 8/0, get a couple of turns at the front, then come round and catch the chartreuse. And then I can chop away the black waste end and chop away the chartreuse thread. Get a little bit of wax on the thread. And then we're going to come in with a green Highlander Chinese cock hackle. Catching it in on the side by the stem, nice and tight, good well waxed thread, good couple of wraps, and bring it up onto the top where the bucktail meets the thread. Okay, good stuff. Come in with hackle pliers. I'd recommend running your scissors down one side to help this fold, and really it's down to yourself based on how heavy you want this front hackle to be and obviously the quality of the fibre. But nice tight turns close together. Then when you're happy with it, find a gap, come up and lock this in. Take your hackle plier away. I'm going to put a little bit more wax on the thread at this point. Fold everything back the way. Come in with a turn. Cut away the stem that you don't need. And then start to tidy up, bringing all this back. Okay, that's looking okay. The last thing I'm going to add on, folks, are some jungle cock eyes. So just come in, find where you want to tie them on. A couple of turns just to hold it initially. And then you can position how you want to position them. Then if you can, I would certainly recommend folding your waist ends of your jungle cock back the way. It'll just help lock it in. Then you can come in and snip those away. Okay folks, a little bit more wax on the thread. Draw back anything going forward that you don't want going forward. And then build your head. Don't want to go too big. There's nothing wrong with having a bit of head on a salmon fly. And at this point, that's you done, and you can come in and whip finish. Well folks, hope you enjoyed that. Good fun pattern to tie, definitely effective on its day. Green Highlander in the flamethrower style. As always, hit the bell, drop a comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Until next time, cheers.